Guys, welcome to the show. I like to think that you tune into this show because you seek honesty from me. And we gotta be honest, man. Our set just keeps going downhill. It started by losing the lamp. Then I got a little injured, so I didn't feel like lugging my chair down here. And then I got the COVID or the flu last week, so there's no alcohol now. I'm not even in presentable attire. So look, I apologize, guys. I understand, okay? But I'm gonna still give you some nuggets that are just straight gold today, because we're gonna be doing a two-part series this week on what are the keys to getting an offer accepted right now, right here, right now. What are the things that win out, okay? First thing I would tell you is that purchase price trumps everything. But in many cases, and a seller right now will get multiple offers on their house, and the purchase price will be relatively the same, right? So when the purchase price is the same, and we can sort of get rid of that, then we go, well, now what? Now the terms matter. The terms of the offer is what matters now, because everyone always wants to start with price, and yes, price is sort of key to an extent, but it's like, well, what are the terms behind the offer and the price? So to get into it, so number one thing, I'm just gonna give you three things that I think are really key right now to getting offers accepted, which is what I'm gonna call like a guaranteed purchase price. What I mean by that is, if you're gonna go over on a purchase price, or even if you're not gonna go over, if you're just gonna say, here's your asking price, be willing to back it up with either getting rid of the financing condition. Either getting rid of the financing condition and saying, hey, regardless of what it appraises at, we'll cover the purchase price that we're offering you. Or if you can't go that crazy, at least throw in an appraisal addendum that says, hey, if we offer 10 grand over in your house, hey, look, as long as it appraises for whatever sort of this baseline number is, that's like our minimum that it could appraise for. If it doesn't appraise for what we offered you, we'll cover whatever the gap is. So essentially, you're guaranteeing someone that purchase price. And that really matters, because if people are lost their mind and they're offering 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $100,000 over on these houses, well, it doesn't mean anything if you can't back it up. And that's really what this is about, is just saying, hey, look, the number that we're offering, we're willing to back it up, okay? Number two, non-refundable earnest money. So I don't enjoy this term. It's not something I like saying to people, but people will call the earnest money hard. And that's what it is. It just means it's non-refundable from the get, right? So the moment that you go under contract, if you cancel for any reason, your earnest money now goes to the seller. I don't really like this, and I don't really encourage our buyers to do this. And maybe that's working against us, because right now we're struggling to get a couple buyers under contract, but I don't really think that's it. But it is a term, it is a condition of the contract that does really help. But I really think it's based on you as the buyer. Can you do that? Like if you said, hey, look, 5 grand's non-refundable right out of the gates, could you afford to lose the 5 grand? Because that's how you have to look at it. Like, can I afford to lose the 5 grand? Because you have to act as if you might. So the answer is yeah, it would suck. We'd be okay though. Okay, yeah, I would recommend non-refundable earnest money right out of the gates, or at least within like 3 days, right? Or like, 3 days after the contract's accepted, then it goes non-refundable. And in that 3 days, hustle to get the inspection done. That way, if you need to cancel, you can cancel within the proper amount of time. The number 3 would be a flexible possession date. There's a couple different, ways to go about this. One is you can just make the possession date longer. The reason this is important right now is because people are selling their house, and most people that are selling their house, they have to go buy something else. But it's like they can't really start shopping for something new until they know that their house is selling. So like they might need a little extra time to get out of their house, aka, hey, after we close on the house, we might need an extra 30 days to get out. So if you as the buyer could accommodate that, let us stay in the home for an extra 30 days, or even be flexible on doing a lease back, right, or a rent back, where essentially now you as the new buyer, you own the home, and now we're just going to rent it from you for the next 60 days while we go shop for a new house. The more flexibility you have to accommodate a seller's request like that, the more it's going to work in your favor, okay? So, to recap, backing up the purchase price with some sort of appraisal guarantee or something to that effect, non-refundable earnest money, and a flexible possession date, including lease backs and different things like that. So if you can accommodate those three things, you're doing well, and you're a step ahead of some of the other competition right now. Because like I said, the purchase price matters, but if all things are equal and it's like, hey, we got 2 or 3 offers that are all about the same purchase price, then these things wind up being very, very critical. So that's that. Go ahead and wrap this video up. No alcohol recommendation. I'll tell you this, the, I don't know, the white or slate colored Gatorade, it's really good. I would recommend you guys pick this up. It's tasty, and I don't have anything else to say about it other than that. Anything else to add? No? Okay. All right, guys, then we'll wrap it up. If you need real estate help, let us know. Based out of Utah, help people out in all kinds of different states and I would say countries and planets, but that's a little bit ambitious yet. This dog's such a lazy sack of shit. He can't even get up to greet me. His owner's sick. He can't even greet me properly. So I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're not sick. And with that said, we will see you next time.